Thanks for watching Outdoors Delmarva. I'm Mike Parker. Boy, can you believe it? Yeah, it is December. Temperatures in the low to mid 60s. And boy, this beach here at Delaware Seashore State Park in Sussex County is simply lined up with anxious surf fishermen, all hoping to cash in on some of those reports we've been getting recently of some sizable stripers caught in these waters and not too far from here over on the New Jersey side. I'll tell you what, when it comes to surf fishing, there's one thing you definitely need in your tackle box above anything else, and that's a lot of patience. And to that point, well, this beautiful day isn't the first one that we've spent out here on the beach.
We're at 3 R's Beach in Delaware Seashore State Park, and we're doing a little surf fishing. We're hoping to catch some striper today. They're moving. They're not moving as like they normally do. They're at least 3 to 4 weeks late, but we're going to see what happens.
The patience required for surf fishing is twofold. First, waiting for the fish. That's a given. And in some cases, waiting for the right weather. Well, the week before Thanksgiving, Mother Nature wasn't in any hurry.
It's pretty rough today. Kind of rainy, windy. Surf isn't too bad, but you have to put your time in day after day after day, and when they're here, you need to be here.
It's white, ounce and a quarter bucktail. Then throw a worm on the end of it.
Despite cold temps and raging winds, it's a trip that we'd been planning for a while, so we kept our plans, meeting up with the guys who run DelawareSurfFishing.com, a fairly new site with some nice reports from anglers who frequent the local surf, along with a blog and some pictures too.
I like fishing out of boats. I like fishing from the inlets and the shores and the piers and all that, but I think I like this the most.
Actually, the striper still eluded me, so I'm hoping to catch a striper out here on the beach. I can do pretty good with bluefish and whatnot, but I haven't gotten my striper, so I'm waiting to catch that out here.
Right now we're holding the bottom pretty well with 5 ounces. She's just sitting in the surf, and we'll see what happens.
But no fish.
But when you're filming and it's raining and blowing sand, you can only go so long before protecting the gear becomes top priority. So with no fish to speak of after a few hours, we left the 3 R's Beach with a promise to catch back up in a few weeks. But not before we made a quick side trip just up the road.
We're on the North Jetty at Indian River Inlet. I'm throwing a needlefish plug trying to catch some stripers.
Despite the rough seas, striper fever mixed with cabin fever must have been going around these parts. Though not a single rock or even a tog to show, we did find something, rather someone, we had to spend a few minutes with.
My first striper I caught here was in this spot, but it was a nice calm day. When the wind comes out of the northeast, it usually pushes the bait into this pocket. That's why I'm fishing here.
Call him passionate, call him crazy, we'll just call him a fisherman on a mission.
If I don't catch a fish, my fiance's gonna kill me.
Fast forward now to the week after Thanksgiving, and we're back at the 3 R's Surf. This time, sunny skies make December feel more like spring. And before we can even park the Subaru Outback, we're rushing towards the water for our first real sign of life. She's got one.
My friend Chris Fortin, he just gave me some clams, so I said I'm gonna put a little piece on there. And it looks like the striper likes the clam better than it does the bunker right now, so put it out there, got that bite, and pulled it in. It was nice pulling it in on that little 6-foot rod. Come on, dude.
It's a spirit lifter for the rest of these anglers, all in friendly competition and accustomed to spending hours watching lines and familiar with the occasional dog days when the fish just don't seem to bite. Oh, the beach filling up with other anglers, something's got to give, and it does. And even though reeling a skate up on the beach isn't going to feed the family, a good fight is enough to keep the blood pumping and preserve the anticipation that keeps these guys out here. And while this day too would end without any trophy stripers in the cooler, there would be some junior attendance, so to speak. And for a surf fisherman, more than enough reason to keep their feet in the sand and the lines in the water.